Breaking now, North and South Korea set to hold diplomatic talks tomorrow for the first time in more than 2 years, part of an effort to improve relations, as the rogue regime aims to strengthen its nuclear weapons program. But CIA Director Mike Pompeo says the North only reached out because of pressure from President Trump.
North Koreans are behaving out of fear. That is, they are very concerned that America, for the first time in an awfully long time, is serious about denuclearizing the peninsula. And I think they're trying to find a foothold, trying to find a place to reach out. And we'll just have to wait and see how the conversations go on Tuesday.
Let's talk about it with Nile Gardiner, director of the Margaret Thatcher Center for Freedom at the Heritage Foundation. What do you think about what Mike Pompeo had to say there? Are the North Koreans nervous?
I think the North Koreans certainly are a bit nervous, actually, and without a doubt, the United States has significantly ramped up the pressure on the North Korean regime. But let's also bear in mind, though, that traditionally in the new year, the North Korean regime makes traditional sort of overtures, actually, to the South. Very little actually comes out of these grand gestures coming from North Korea. They're really used overall, I think, for propaganda purposes. So we should be under no illusions with regard to this latest statement from Kim Jong Un. He is a dictator who simply cannot be trusted, and we have to significantly further increase the pressure on the North Korean regime, especially through applying sanctions against Pyongyang.
They might be used for propaganda purposes, but they are also buying time. I mean, while these talks are underway, the North Korean nuclear scientists and ballistic scientists, no doubt, are working more than ever on trying to get a deliverable nuclear weapon.
Well, that's absolutely right, John. And beyond a shadow of a doubt, the North Korean regime is hell-bent upon developing its nuclear weapons program and eventually, of course, directly threatening the United States itself. And so we have to ensure that every single possible aspect of pressure is applied against Pyongyang. We really do need to see the United States enforcing sanctions against Pyongyang, especially secondary sanctions against Chinese banks that are continuing to do business with the North Korean regime in violation of U.S. laws. So we have to see those sanctions being forcibly implemented by the Trump administration. At the same time, we do need to see as well the continuation of military exercises between South Korea and the United States. Those have been postponed during the Winter Olympics, but we need to see the resumption of those exercises as soon as the Olympic Games are over. And we should also, I think, be acutely aware here that the North Koreans will seek to use the participation in the Winter Olympics for its own propaganda purposes, while continuing full speed, of course, with its nuclear program.
You worked closely with Margaret Thatcher. How would Margaret Thatcher have handled an issue like this?
Well, I think that Margaret Thatcher would have been, of course, deeply distrustful of the North Korean regime. She would have advocated for the West to be robust and to implement tremendous resolve in the face of what she viewed as one of the most evil, tyrannical regimes of our time. And she would have urged as well the United States and its allies to invest significantly in rebuilding military strength and capacity in order to combat any kind of threat posed by North Korea, Iran, or a whole wide array of rogue regimes. But her view was you can never appease evil. You always have to confront evil, ultimately defeat that evil as well.
Nile Gardiner with the Heritage Foundation, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.